Hey everyone, welcome to Blender-amigos. This is Bac Dam, and today we are going to do a simple tutorial on how to model a wooden table. So the purpose of this tutorial is to let you familiarize with some of the functions and the modifiers of Blender. And today will be the mirror modifier and the bevel modifiers, the extrude and the loop cut functions of Blender. So without further ado, we'll head off and start on this. So this is you have this as your default Blender scene. What we'll do is we'll delete the default cube. Um, you can see there down in the bottom left corner, I have all they're showing up the functions, the keys I'm pressing, and all my mouse movement. So we have deleted that, and then we're gonna go to front view by pressing numpad 1. Alright, so this is front view. We actually let's go to let's excuse me. Let's go to top view, pressing 7. We're gonna add numpad 7, and we're gonna add a plane. So with this plane, what we'll do is, so a table is gonna be a very symmetrical table. We're gonna be modeling only one corner of the table, and then we use the mirror modifier as the name suggests. We're gonna mirror the x and y directions to make a complete table. So press tab to go into edit mode, and we are going to subdivide this square into 4 smaller squares. So W subdivide. Now with then we use box select, pressing B. Oops. And we're going to select any of the 3 outer vertices. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outer vertices. Then we're going to press X, and we're going to delete vertices. So now we have one corner. So that's what we want. We just want to work on one of the corner and then mirror it. So to understand the mirror modifier works along this little tiny dot here, which is the origin, and that's its plane of symmetry. So we're gonna go to the modifier panel, which is the spanner, add modifier. We're gonna go to mirror. These are in alphabetical order, so you don't you don't have to like rummage around trying to find where it is. Just go to M, and then you can see here it's already mirroring on along the x-axis. This is the local x-axis. But the local x-axis is now corresponding to the global x-axis. So that's global and local coordinates. Something what we'll talk about later on. But if you have any questions, just put a comment and I'll try to answer them. So um, now we have, so to move around, hold the if you press down on the middle wheel of the mouse, and then you can just move around. Okay, so basically now we have our 4 mirrored sides. But as you can notice, if we move our view mesh across the plane of symmetry, our other sides mirror that too. So you might want that in some instances, but not in this instance. So we are gonna turn on clipping, and now you can see that it is not moving across the plane of symmetry. So to make it really simple, we're gonna make just a square table. And now what we do next is we're gonna give a thickness to this table. We're gonna press A to extrude, and by default the extrusion will be along the normal of the face. If you just extrude one vertices, uh, obviously the vertices itself doesn't have a normal, so then that's when it's not constrained to anything. So at this moment, it is constrained along the normal of the face that we selected, which is corresponding to the z-axis of the global coordinates. So to confirm, it doesn't matter how thick it is, depend on you. So now to confirm that this is where we want, approximately here, let's go here, left click, and we got our tabletop. Now Now we're gonna be modeling a leg. So basically, what we want is a little square face here where we can extrude down. What we do is we are going to press Ctrl R and to do a loop cut. If we do a subdivide, you can see what happened there is it divide every faces, which we don't want because we're trying to minimize the amount of faces and vertices because then our render will be quicker. This in this instance, these things won't uh, so much slow down your render because it's such a simple object. But uh, for the sake of good practice, we are gonna do a loop cut. So Control R, and you can see there the purple line up here. So the cut will be perpendicular to the edge that you move your mouse toward to. So this is the edge, and it's perpendicular to that edge. And same as here. So for simple object, this is the case. So we're gonna confirm that we only want one cut. If you scroll your mouse while it's still in purple, you can see that we can make multiple cuts, but then we can't move it around. So we just want one cut. So we make one cut, and to confirm that, we press left click, and now you can see that we can slide it around and position where we want it. And I have done this a few times. So we wanted to input the amount in. You can see down here how much edge slide you want. We want 0.6, but in a negative direction because we want it this way. Alright, and then we'll do another cut. It really doesn't matter where you put it, it's just I like symmetry and I like to have a square leg. So I kind of be a little bit pedantic about this, but in reality you can just approximate. Nothing is perfect, it's just and in the CG world, imperfection is the perfection. Right, so, but I'm just a little bit OCD, so I put in another loop cut along this way, and then I put negative 0.6, and then I have a cut down. Now what we do is we got our square face, but if we extrude this, the leg will be flush with the side here, and you don't see that often with tables. You actually see a little bit going, actually a ledge going inside, so it's I don't know, inset a little bit. So what we want, inset it a little bit. So we'll make another loop cut, Control R, and I'll just leave it at the middle. You guys can decide on how thick you want your legs, and there we go. And basically now we have a face. We have a face on the bottom side of this, and we want to select those vertices by shift and right mouse, and then we gonna extrude it. And like I said, by default it's going to constrain to the normal of the face, or in this case the global axis. So I'm just gonna extrude down. That looks fine to me. Actually, I'll make it a little bit shorter. I want kind of like Japanese style kind of table. So yeah, so that's basically the table. We're pretty much done, but actually I want. Sorry guys, I'm just fiddling around a little bit. The top is too thick. Right now, can save. Blender doesn't have any save functions. I can autosave. So you kind of have to continuously going through and pressing save. Original. Sorry about that. Yeah, my tutorial table. We did that. I've done a few tutorials. But try to. Table 6. All right. Okay, oh yeah, so to swap from wireframe mode to solid mode, easy. Alright, I'm Superman, I'm not. Anyways, there's a few things I want to fix up before I finish off the first part of this tutorial. Is that we are going, you can see in here, we actually have face. So we're gonna change to face select mode. To do that, you can easily go down here and press the square button. No, square button here with the orange square side, or you can press Control Tab in edit mode and space. What happened here is we have a face that is connected to the face of the mirror side. So when we apply this modifier, there will be excess faces. So we want to get rid of that for the same reason I said before. Another reason is that uh, when we do UV unwrapping, these faces can complicate our UV map. So to demonstrate why the importance of this, we I'll just quickly revision. I don't have to worry about it. So you can see, yes, right, because I got the loop cut there. That's why. Never mind. I'll get rid of the subserve modifier. So what happened is, like I said, it will complicate our UV unwrapping. So let's delete those faces and press X and X face, not vertices. You don't want to delete these vertices. So let's turn back to vertex. Save again. Make sure you get that into a habit. And yeah, there we go. Let's move this up. Let's put a ground in. So just Shift A to insert a plane and put in a plane to make the ground. And that's not all we're gonna do. We're gonna, like I said, bevel modifier. So by default, it's set at 0.1, which is too thick. So I 0. Probably a little bit more. Oops. No. No. 0.05. Not too much. So fiddle around and find your best result, and I think that's pretty good because in real life nothing's perfectly sharp, and we want to. And when you come to like materials, a little bit of shininess, glossiness at the edge, it really makes a big difference when it's reflecting the light and bring realism um, to your work. So all right, let's give this a quick render. By default, the camera is here, so we are in Blender render mode, but I am going to be doing most of my tutorials in Cycles render because it's way easier and it gives a better result. But I know Blender Cookie, some of them used to use the internal render and they still give absolutely amazing results. So if you want, check some of the tutorials out. Uh, it's a whole different ball game to mine. But yeah, just keeping the spirits of free educations from Blender and free tutorials. And